So I don't know if you heard, but Florida is going to be teaching in middle school that the African American community, the black and brown community, people of color, benefited from slavery. So I'm going to show you here in a second a video of Yehoshaphat ben Avraham, the former Amari Stoudemire, who's now an Israeli citizen who converted to Judaism and is just a very peaceful man who's had his share of mistakes. What I don't want you to do is to talk about anything that has nothing to do with this specifically. So if you're not going to add any kind of value, any kind of inspiration, motivation, or education, bring some sort of historical perspective or some sort of nuance that maybe some of us don't understand, please keep the covert and the overt stuff to yourself, because I'm not really interested, because this is the type of thing that spills over into other aspects of community where you don't think that applies to you, and then eventually it does, and who's going to have your back? So let's take a listen here.
I woke up to some disturbing news this morning with Florida saying that they are going to allow middle school teachers to teach students that African Americans benefited from slavery. That is so far from the truth. It's disrespectful, and we ain't going for it. Santaz, you know me, bro. I met you in Jerusalem. I gave you a bottle of Stoudemire wines, and for this to happen on your watch here in Florida is disrespectful. Secondly, we never benefited from slavery. In fact, our history have been buried, basically, or covered up. Anytime we have ever tried to benefit from, society, whether it's working, building our own communities, school systems, busing systems, and these things, there's always been a war in our community, whether it's Black Wall Street, whether it's Rosewood, and what have you in the early 1900s. And then later on, with the new Jim Crow laws, you guys now implemented the 3-strike law, where it said you abolish slavery except for criminal activity. You now allow, someone can get arrested for smoking a J for stress relief. You put them in the prison system, and now they're allowed to become slaves according to your constitution. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we ain't going for this finesse, man. And you ain't gonna sit here and say that we benefited from slavery. In fact, on the contrary of that, we have not benefited from slavery. We have not received our reparation. You understand me? So we ain't going for this finesse no more, man. Because we have never tried to overtake the Capitol. We never tried to overtake the government.
Now I want you to listen to this part in particular, because this is what I've been talking about for a long time now, about how the black and brown community has always been at the forefront of the music industry, especially hip-hop and pop culture, fashion, and sports. All these trends typically are led by the black and brown community. So this part's extremely interesting. Take a listen. He's so spot on about this, it's unbelievable.
Everybody, I see you in your silence. All you coaches that benefited from African American culture, whether it's the music industry, whether it's the Hollywood film industry, whether it's the NBA, NFL, I don't care what industry you're from, you benefited from us. In our heart, we've always been peaceful people, and we still are. And you're still trying to take advantage of us for what? I say this in peace and love, and I hope everyone understands my concerns right now with Florida and these school systems. But we got to tighten up, man. We ain't letting this go down like this here. You heard me? Peace.
Well, there you have it. And no matter what side of the aisle you're on, I can't, in my wildest dreams, imagine anyone thinking that what they're doing in Florida is okay. If you want to comment thoughtfully, please feel free. I'll try and read as many comments as possible and respond to as many as possible. But this stuff's got to end, man. It's unacceptable. And there has to be more outrage, especially from the white community. Peace and love, everybody. Now go do the right thing.